Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Today, super fun one. We're gonna keep it within Denver, kind of like a Denver versus Denver, but we'll be talking about Denver living, city versus suburbs, 2023 and beyond.
Let's go, guys. What's up, guys? I'm Eli Schmidt. This is my partner, Will Grimes. And if it's your first time checking out the channel, welcome. Guys, we drop a new video every Tuesday and every Thursday telling you everything there is to know about not only living in Denver, but the entire surrounding area as well. So if that's what you guys are looking for, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single one.
100%, and we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado, which means just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So the number that's popping up below, we are the guys trying to the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to. But with that being said, let's dive into it. City versus suburbs, 2023, what does it look like?
The first thing that we should talk about is just some context as far as being a local in Colorado and Denver, to fill you in on just kind of the, I guess, the social norms as it pertains out here to living in Denver or living in the suburbs, because it might not be what you expect or have seen in a lot of other like big city areas.
Correct, and just out of the gate, I know most people love to just save the best stuff for the end of the video to just give better watch times per se. I love just giving you guys some things to think about as we go through the material by giving you some of the cliff notes. Either way you go, you're gonna be okay. You don't have to live in the city to enjoy the city, and you don't have to, not live in the city if you still wanna like escape and go to the mountains and everything else. So you can still get to one or the other and still enjoy all of Colorado, regardless of which one that you live in. And the biggest surprise that people, I guess, figure out once they move to Denver is they love going down to the city. They love being in the city. They love all the food in the city. They love the baseball games, the football games, the basketball games. But how well you can commute to the city from the suburb is a shock to everybody because of our infrastructure, how our traffic patterns work, how all of our roadways have just been prepped ahead of time for all the influx into Denver, how we still have so much area to grow in and around Denver. It's not, guys, you can get from Castle Rock to downtown Denver in 32 minutes. Like, it's not as bad as you think. Some people think that because they enjoy the downtown life, they have to live down there. And you know what, coming from Chicago, Seattle, some places in California, Dallas, like, you might have to. Here, you definitely don't. Still listen to our verse today, but no, you just don't have to.
It's true, and it really is just a very particular type of buyer that actually wants to purchase in downtown or even like just Denver city and county, because that particular buyer, you've got to be okay with an older home. You don't see a whole ton of new builds in Denver. Like, for sure, there are homes that have been torn down and they've built a new modern home that's, $1.5, $2, $3 million. Those are there.
But they do a lot of protecting homes here in Colorado, especially for like your historic districts, like just different homes, like your, what's the style of home that I'm thinking of?
Your Victorian
homes, right? Like those are all protected, but Denver prides itself on just like its old history. So you do have some homes that are protected. And in addition to that, even if the home's not protected, a lot of people that move here or are still from here, they love redoing like the old bungalow homes in Wash Park. You just don't have a huge desire to create scrapes. You have enough where if that's an option for you, it's there. But you still have a lot of really cool stuff that's redone, because I think, again, for the most part, people just love reestablishing Denver versus trying to recreate it.
And I think another big reason is that a lot of the buyers that are moving to Colorado, you're moving to Colorado because you want to see mountains, you want to see scenery, you want open space behind you, you want hiking trails that are around. You have a ton of parks, you do have some mountain views in Denver, depending on how high your home is. But for the most part, a lot of people are coming here, man, they want to be outside the city a little bit.
Correct, and just another point that adds to that, right? If you do decide to take like the suburban life, suburban life over like the downtown Denver life, a lot of your elevation away from Denver actually increases, which means you're above. So if you guys are living in like Southeast Aurora, for an example, like you still have plenty of views of the mountains. Yes, you're further away, but the mountains stretch the entire state. So you don't have to be right up on them to see them, versus like when you live in California, well, the ocean view is ground level. So if you're not on the ocean, you don't see the ocean. Well, here in Colorado, our ocean view per se is 20,000 foot mountains. You can see them from a long way because the elevation in Aurora, for one example, is higher than Denver. Like, you can still have amazing views, you still have great neighborhoods, and in some of your suburban areas, most of them, anyone that I've seen, minus like your old town Denver, you have a lot of trails and trees and landscape where they've built the area up to still feel very Colorado, even though you're not right in the heart of it, as far as Denver.
Yeah, it's true. And cost of living is going to be another factor for you guys as you're looking at, cost of living in Denver versus on average, these surrounding areas, the price difference there on average is roughly $80,000 to $100,000. So, you know, the type of home that you're gonna be able to get for, let's say, $700,000 in Denver, depending on which neighborhood you go in, is gonna be vastly different than the home that you can get in the suburban areas for the same price.
Correct. All predicated on your needs, right? Do you have a family? Are you a working professional with no family? Like, do you have kids that need Little League? Baseball or football? Are you, you know, are you super conscious of school districts and things like that? It really just kind of comes down to some of those pros and cons. And yes, we do run like your top 5 things you need to know about Denver. Some of our other videos go into depth on school districts and recreation and all of that good stuff. But definitely goes into play when you guys start making this decision. But again, I can't express it enough. So many people think that they can't enjoy Denver because it's such a nightmare to get into unless they live there. And it's just not true. You guys have so many options and you guys can get down there easily, even on the weekends. Yes, you can still get down there.
It's true. Now, let's go into the sense of community, because the community style is going to be very different from city versus suburbs as well. One of the things that a lot of people, especially like you guys that are relocating from another state, that you guys love about living in the suburbs is that, you know, a lot of these have pools, tennis courts, clubhouses, fitness centers and stuff like that.
Pickleball.
Pickleball is huge. It's real easy to get ingrained with your community by sharing these kind of co-living spaces, right? Like a pool and clubhouse. In Denver, it's going to be a little different because you don't have those. You're going to be more working with your neighbors, you know, and the people that are on your block, and then maybe just the people that you see at the local grocery store or coffee shop or something like that.
Yeah, definitely a faster pace. Even like during the day, people are on the go doing their thing, getting ready. And like, so for example, like when Eli lived in Denver, what did you do, Eli? Eli was a drummer in a rock band. Wasn't talk to anybody, was too cool for everybody. He worked all night playing drums during the day and sleeping. Now that he's a father and he's been found, and he's found.
I've been saved again.
By me, right? Like now he's starting to enjoy the culture per se and the support of love thy neighbor more in the suburban area.
That's right. And again, it's all just depending on what you're looking for, you know, because we've had plenty of families move here. They buy an amazing home in Wash Park or an amazing home in University Park, like we just closed on last week for some couples. There's plenty of that stuff, but they love speedy lifestyle, like
correct.
You were saying.
And there is a happy median, right? So if you don't want to be like right in the heart of downtown, but you're like, hey, well, I don't need to be found. I don't need to be in suburbia. Right? Like, no problem. But getting to Wash Park, getting to Cherry Creek, getting to like University Hills, this is where you can still have some amazing homes. You still have some pretty good sized lots. You can still have a 2-car garage. Typically, they're separate from the home unless it's a scrape. But you're 10 minutes from downtown and you're still like right around like Cherry Creek Hills Golf Course, some different things. So like you still have that very Denver feel, but it's still established and cultured. You've got your big home, you've got your grocery stores that you need, and you're not quite out to what we would consider suburbia. So if that's an option for you and you like that feel, Wash Park, University Hills, Sunnyside, Little Man Ice Cream.
Lower Highlands.
Lower Highlands has some single family homes, more like townhome condo style, but a lot of great options that aren't quite in the city.
Now, when it comes to, and this is where I think the biggest separator is just nightlife, food, drinks, fun things to do, okay? If it's something you want to do regularly during your week, every single night, and that's the phase of life that you're in, hey, awesome, Denver might be a great place for you. The suburban areas, there's everything that you need in the suburban areas. You never have to travel far for anything.
No.
But it's a lot of chains, and that's it. I mean, a lot of chains, everything you need though.
You do have some mom and pop pubs, but a lot of chains like Buffalo Wild Wings and some different Chili's. You've got places, a couple like P.F. Chang's. You've got some good restaurants. You've got Mount Fuji and Southlands Mall. So you do have some chains, but there's still great food. It's still fun. And like, look, if you're just looking at going out with the buddies and having a drink or something like that on a Thursday evening, or if it's a mom's night out per se, right? And you're just going out with some different moms on a Thursday night where you want to go out and have some fun, but you don't want to commute too far or stay out too late. Like a lot of these areas are great to do that. And yes, some of them still have live bands. So don't necessarily limit yourself. Just make sure that whatever you guys are doing on what you need for a daily basis, you're setting yourself up for success, because that's what you can't change about the home. Whatever home you guys decide to buy is the area that you decide to live in.
Yeah, but guys, these are conversations that we go over on our first Zoom call with you guys. So whenever you guys do reach out, don't worry about making the decision right now. We'll help guide you through all of these questions that you may have had pop up after watching this video.
Just like we're going to guide you through this number that's popping back up below, and our reminder that we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And yes, just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that number that is still back up below, we are the guys to answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. If there's something we can do for you, we would love to. But with that being said, you guys enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you guys very soon.
See you guys.